You may be one of a great many writers who are asking a complicated question with no easy answer, which is, if I do all the posting, blogging, updating, linking, online networking, etc., that everyone tells me I'm supposed to do, when, for the love of all that is good and true, am I supposed to be writing? Social media may seem like quite a fierce competition ground with no rules of engagement. But, as we say in the summary for this tutorial, it really can be your ally, and it does not have to be a full-time job to be an effective tool for you. I want to talk about how to answer that initial question. How can I do all the social media I'm supposed to do and still have time to write? Whenever I raise this question with others, the interesting thing is their answer is usually another question. How much social media am I supposed to do? They say, if you tell me that, then I might be able to have a conversation about how to get it done and still find the time I need to get my words on the page as well. But then that second question often tends to lead to a very logical third, which is, well, what's the right amount? What's the absolute best ideal number of minutes I should be on social media every day in balance to my writing? If you tell me that, then I'll know how much I'm supposed to do, and then we can have the dialogue about how to get it done and still have the proper time to write. Of course, most people then say it wouldn't be good enough to just tell me how much time to be on social media. If I'm going to tackle this the right way, then I also need you to tell me which sites to be on, and when, and in what proportion. And once I start doing that, I obviously need to know if I'm doing something that makes sense, so you need to tell me how to figure out how well I'm doing at it. Then I can know if I'm using the right channels in the right way, which can then tell me if I'm fulfilling that picture of optimal use, and then we can talk about how I can strike that happy balance between doing the right amount of social media and writing as much as I need to write. Oh, and plus, if you do tell me how to figure out if I'm using social media well, that's great, but it's even more important to tell me if I'm using it better than the next person, especially the next writer, because if they're using it better than me, doesn't that mean people will buy their book instead of mine? Or maybe it doesn't happen in direct correlation like that, so you need to tell me that too. And do customers even make those decisions based on anything to do with social media? And what was the original question again? And then typically they get to a point where they say, for Pete's sake, wouldn't it be easier if I just do what a small handful of my Luddite friends are doing and stay the heck away from social media altogether, since it seems so confusing and intimidating the more I get into it?